Why you shouldn't make Kandi mid-mental breakdown.
Calling all candy kids. Show us the first candy you made if you still have it. The first candy that was traded to you. Your newest candy. Your biggest candy. Your tiniest candy. Your favorite candy. Your candy that you will never trade. The candy that took you the longest. A candy you messed up on, but you still love it.
Rating how long it took me to make these candy pieces.
Ooh, a fresh pie? Save me a slice. That's good. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's... Alright, that's good. Okay. Alright, okay, alright. Okay, that's good. That's good. It's enough slices!
Soltando pancadão.
About a week ago, I made this candy wallet, and everyone seemed to really like it, and to that I say, aw, thank you so much, I hate it. So I'm destroying it, and I'm trying again. And sadly, not even the flap gets to survive. So here's what I'm doing differently. Last time I made this, I used the even peyote stitch, which is fine, but that meant that all the seams weren't uniform. So to fix this, I'm using the multi-stitch this time. While tedious, it guarantees identical seams all the way through. Next problem was that I kind of haphazardly followed the reference I was using, so this time I'm following it much closer. I want to get all the details on the back just right. Next is a small change. One side of the wallet gets a black edge while the other remains white to blend seamlessly into the flap. And for the flap, I'm making it longer using the odd peyote stitch, and I'm creating it separately from the bag itself and stitching it on. I think this turned out a lot better.
Let's talk about this. Now, candy. It is a wonderful term that is used in the rave community for trading necklaces, bracelets, and other little trinkets that you can make. But most commonly, you'll find things like this. Here's a few of my candy necklaces that I've made. Just a few. I have quite a few more. I also have tons of candy that I like to make myself and give away. The biggest thing is making connections, and that's the whole point of candy, is giving candy away. I know people that want to get candy back. For me personally, I get the most joy about giving it away because I love seeing people's reactions. Because I know how I react to EDC, I've just always wanted to recreate that for people. And this type of stuff is a really cool, simple way to make little things with meaning and give them to people. So very long story short, candy is bracelets, necklaces that are all made and given.
So by now we're all familiar with the concept of a candy star. I've got other tutorials up, but essentially you add 10 beads to a piece of string, tie it off, literally as tight as you possibly can, and then squinch the beads around until you've got this 5-sided shape. Cut off the short end of the string and run the long end through one of the corners. Add 3 beads. Run your string through the next corner over. Pull it tight to make a point and repeat that all the way around the star. Voila. When you get to the end, you can either tie it off or you can literally just make a bracelet with the leftover string dangling out of the end. We all know this. We're all familiar with it, right? But did you know you could also make Patrick's star? You can make SpongeBob too. Actually, you can make a bunch of different iconic characters just by changing the color pattern on the beads that you're using. The pattern you're going to start with for Patrick specifically is going to be 5 pink and then green, purple, green, purple, green. And I've got it upside down here with point facing the bottom because when you add points, this is going to be the top. This is going to be his head. And then there'll be 2 points coming down here for his legs. As you go through, when you add his legs, it's going to be green, pink, green, green, pink, green. And then when you add his arms and head, it's just all pink. So 3 pink, 3 pink, 3 pink, green, pink, green, green, pink, green. I'm showing you how to do it this way with the beads on the table so that you can do this yourself with whatever characters you want, as long as you can lay out a color scheme that fits that number and style of bead. You can do it as a star. Happy crafting!
Root beer, no! Root beer! No, root beer, no! Someone's root beer, no!
Scotty doesn't know that Fiona and me do it in my van every Sunday. She tells him she's in church, but she doesn't go. Still she's on her knees, and Scotty doesn't know. Oh, Scotty doesn't know.
Yes, but also no, because 2 of them have already gone to their forever homes. But I'll show you all the ones I still have. We have the most recent one, the chicken cuff with the eggs. Then we have a sheep. It has like a little fence to jump over. And a moon. And it's kind of like dreamland type theming. We have rubber ducky in the bath with all the little baby rubber duckies. And some miniatures. We have a little pig in the mud with some food and some flowers. We have the sea turtle, which is all like ocean and seashells and stuff. Shark with a bunch of little like shark fins and the ocean. We have the cow. This was actually the first one that I ever made that started this whole thing. We have the little froggy on his little lily pad. Crab rave. This is like the only one that's a little different in terms of the format, but it's all like rave themed and blacklight reactive and stuff. And the penguin on his little ice floe with a bunch of like ice cubes and stuff all over the cuff. This is one of the ones that I have already sent on to its forever home. It's the jellyfish. Here's another angle. You can see it's like a pastel rainbow. And then here is the other one I did. It's the little Finding Nemo fishy. There's actually like LED lights hidden in that rotator there that I tried to make it like a little fish swimming through a river of dreams kind of vibe. And it was also very blacklight reactive. There we go. One more good picture of that. And these are the 4 animals that I have left in order to finish the set.
I made candy of you when you were a baby.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Don't you remember?
Do me a favor and look at this for me. A green one. I suck at this so bad. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Oh, that one's lower. Oh. Oh. Oh.
I'm on a road trip to a festival, so let's make some car candy. First, I had these mushrooms that I put onto little candy singles so I can give them out at the festival. I also brought along a bucket full of base head beads so that I could make a bunch of candy singles in the car. And I managed to make 4 before I got sleepy.
Hey, let it know. Say.
Okay, first up, tiny skateboard with the rainbow on it, and it says skirt right off the bat, 4 billion out of 10. Next up is Marvin. Receiving Marvin changed my life, not to be dramatic, but I think Marvin is too perfect to score, so I'm just gonna pass. Rainbow Brain is my favorite album of all time. These are the cutest charms of all time. 10 billion out of 10. So it says 0 fucks, and it has a little pop fidget toy on it. I'm gonna give this a 30 million and fun out of 10. Tiny Peace Hand, 5,336 out of 10. This amazing person told me that I inspired them to make perlers and that this is the first perler they ever made, and then they gave it to me, and that is so special. Infinity out of 10. Ice cream, 12 billion out of 10. Lamb duck given to me by one of the sweetest souls that I have ever met, 3 trillion out of 10.
Comments like this always make me giggle. I see them all the time on TikTok, on other small businesses' videos, where it's these people that you know they're never going to buy what you have to sell, and they truly do not care. Yes, this is a Squishmallow. They truly do not care about your product and will probably never purchase your product, but they still want to leave a hateful little comment just to get some attention. It just doesn't make sense to me. You don't care if my bag opens or not. You just wanted to have something to say. You wanted to express your blind hate and rage that you feel. And that's okay. I hope you feel better.
Come make some candy.
Cuando me estoy guisando la cena en la cocina, o si me estoy fumando unos puritos en la playa, o si me estoy haciendo frente al espejo la raya, oigo que sale desde dentro de mí una musiquilla que suena tal que así. Chiquetere pepe pepe pere, chiquetere pepe pepe perao, chiquetere pepe pepe pere, chiquetere.
1, 2, 3, 4. I say disco, you say party. Disco, disco. Party, party. I say disco, you say party. Disco, disco. Party, party. Solo. Fantastic.
I have, oh no, God. So this is what I have. It's basically a dog collar. You can get it at PetSmart. It has been a lifesaver, let me tell you. So basically what I do is I just go like this, put it around my fanny pack, or I can put it around my lunchbox, and I can hold it. And it's super easy. So all the candy that I've made for any upcoming festivals, it's all here. And if I run out of candy that I've traded, I can just take one off here and put it back on my arm. It's been a lifesaver. On top of that too, I've learned from some of my fellow TikTok friends that you can, if you have Crocs or Birkenstocks or the plastic ones, you can hook them around a dog collar too and hang it on your backpack. That way, if you want to change out of your shoes, you have it on you, and instead of you shoving it in your backpack and everything. So yeah, run, don't walk, get one of these things. It saves you space in your bag, and everyone sees your candy.
Oh, how the collection has grown. Last time my bag broke, so I've been using a birthday bag ever since. But I have been displaying a few of these on my walls, so. Everything I'm going to show are things that I've made and plan on keeping, so nothing that I've been given and nothing that I'm going to give away. Mostly because these are all prototypes. They're all the first attempts at things I've tried. There's definitely a lot more to get through this time, so we're starting with the multi-stitches. These are my, I guess, classic ones. Don't forget, always be reppin'. What would you call these, a novelty multi-stitch? People have asked for tutorials on these. I do plan on making them, but it's a lot harder than you think to get it all into under 3 minutes, so I might make YouTube videos for these. If I can make it under 3 minutes, I will, but just in case. I do have a YouTube channel, and I'm already uploading onto it, but so far it's all just TikTok re-uploads, but these are probably gonna be on there. I've got the skeleton gloves, which is a combined multi-stitch and ladder stitch, which transitions us into the ladder cuffs. I learned how to make this one from Mood Candy. This one I copied from a picture on Pinterest, and I have my own tutorials for these. I actually have tutorials for a lot of these things, so this video is just going to be in the tutorials playlist so that you can check them all out. Those were the cubes, by the way. Speaking of cubes, we have my enemies. These little candy boxes using the right angle weave or right angle stitch. This one has little babies inside. I just hate making them. Then there's my star theme stuff. This is a cuff. This is supposed to be a watch, but it's just bad. These are keychains. This is a little crown, and this is a handcuff. These are my peyote stitches. I feel like I should have more. Ah, yes. This is a mask. This is one of 2 ears I never finished. This is a choker. These are all just normal cuffs, and this is a belt chain. I also have a star theme belt chain that I just completely forgot about. God, I'm forgetting everything today. These are goggles. They're made using the multi-stitch, and I learned how to make them from Vicky Muffins. This is my flower themed stuff. Rings, shirt pins, collar pins, keychains, hair clips, and cuffs. These are just some singles and doubles that didn't make it into the sentimental tin. We're getting into the X bases. These are just some casual ones. This is my first ever attempt at building up an X base, and this is my most recent. Here are a few of the others. I just realized that almost all of these are fandom. Static Shock, off, and this was supposed to be a part of a gradient rainbow set, but one person made a comment one time that just said, Homestuck colors, and it's stuck. It's just a Homestuck cuff now. So thank you to whoever said that. These are some star-shaped cups, and I stepped on this one and it broke. These are my first ever fails. I just keep them around for, I don't know, growth. And now we've got the rotators. The smallest possible ones I've made so far. The biggest possible one I've made so far. Obviously the cursed babies. And this one, which I never actually ended up showing off for some reason. It's just supposed to represent the dirt flowers growing out in the sky. I don't know. I think it's cute.
Making candy confetti for my future Etsy. First we add the random beads. Then the singles and cuffs. Now the stars and charms. Words. Cubes of seed. Now the itty-bitty burlers. Stuff I forgot to put in before. And the random charms, singles along with lollipops.
Okay, first up, we have Fart. I'm gonna give this one a 10 out of 10. Straightforward, simple, makes me laugh every time I look at it. Rail Whale, I'm gonna give this one a 20 out of 10 because it has a plushie and I do be riding the rail. Gay Base Queen gets a 14 billion out of 10 because it's my favorite candy I've ever gotten and it inspired my username. Can I Kiss You gets 1 million out of 10 because it asked for consent and she was a great kisser. Thick with 4 C's, I'm gonna give this a 100 out of 10 because I've never felt more confident than when I received that candy. Grease Candy with a little crystal on it gets 10 billion because Moonlegs also gets a 10 billion. I actually made this one for myself for when I saw Moonlegs at Lost Sands and I went and gave myself a hug and it was a great moment. Funky with a little crystal skull, 100 out of 10. Anything with something tiny on it like this, immediate 1 million out of 10. Rainbows and butterflies, 10 billion.
So then you're gonna take this string, right? You're gonna separate your 2 words. See how I have hoe and then bag here? You're gonna get this end of the string and you're just gonna place it inside the first word. So just look at me. I'm separating my 2 words and then I'm placing this end of the string inside of my first word. And the reason we did the second word upside down and backwards is because when you loop it, it's gonna be the right side up. So I loop the string and it's gonna look like this. And once you tie it like that, it'll just, and then just finish your candy. After that, just tie it as normal. And once you get the hang of it, you're just gonna be making so many of them. But this how it looks.
This took many days, but
Look how cool it is. And it spins. It freaking spins, you guys. And it's Bowser.